Hello and welcome to my tutorial how to rent, configure and administrate a Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4 or Battlefield Hardline server. To make it easier for you, I've wrote a how-to which is linked under the YouTube video. This is on my blog, on the social gaming network of BAMgaming.net, posted. You don't have to register there to look at these, but I would be pleased if you would register there. Everyone is welcome, all the clans, all the gamers, it's for everyone. So, I want to talk with you about very much from the start, from the rent of the server, about the setup, about the plugins, what plugins you can use, how to stream to anti-cheat sites, how to configure the streams, what streams we can have, how to control your server, the different ways to control your server, which is the best way, also the warcon for the B-flag or train war servers, and then at the end we talk about how to populate and how to populate a server and how to identify possible hackers at Battlefield. So let's start. First of all, you need to rent a server. You cannot make a dedicated server like in CSGO or Unreal Tournament, because EA or DICE, whatever, they say you have to use a provider that they say. So, go to this list and choose one of these providers. I can tell you of my 4 experiences I had. I had servers from all these. Now I'm at Nitrado because they have great support and a great DDoS protection if you ask for it. And they are only a little more expensive than other ones. There are much more who cost much more than this. The next thing you have to do after you have bought your server is to start and configure it. The easiest way is to make this with a dashboard the most providers are giving to you. So you're logging in and going to the dashboard. There you have basis config. You can add the maps you want, change the admin password for Procon, and change the whole config from the server himself. Someone also have the buttons for PB bans, GGC streaming, but you will have also to link them to an account of yourself. So you have to make the accounts of PB bans and GGC also if you only click that. I don't configure my servers with this. I use the pbsv.cfg, the startup and the map list TXTs, which are saved on the server. The thing is, because I can backup it, I can easily backup it on my PC, and if there is any problem with the server, I can make a new server, swap the files in, and the server is configured. So, for what you need Procon? Of course, for administrating the server, but also that the server is administrating himself. So you can't look for cheaters the whole day, you can't look for rule breakers the whole day. You want that the server is doing this automatically. For this, you can install plugins on the server, like the cheat detector, like the latency manager. As you can see on my server, just click on details, I have a mass of plugins installed. The best of it is the AdCuts. With it I can link the server to a MySQL account and save all the data to the MySQL account and administrate the server from our own dashboard. I can show you that. That's our admin CP. That's linked to this Procon plugin I just showed you, and with this we can also administrate the server. I won't do that now. Yeah, so we can do the same like in Procon. It's just linked with this plugin through a MySQL server. That's a little more difficult. That's the highest thing you can install. it's all also written how to do that in my how-to later, but that's really for advanced use. So you don't need that if you have only one server, because it's really hard work, really much time you need for it. So how to install plugins at all? First of all, you need to get the plugins. I've made a list with cool plugins there in the how-to. You can all find them here with this link. Where is it now? I lost it. There it is. So on the My Aircon forum, all the plugins are listed. There's also a Hardline plugin compatibility master list, because you see on the left side of this plugins, you see if it is able to run BF3, BF4, but there's no picture for the Battlefield Hardline. So there is a list which plugins are compatible to Battlefield Hardline. And as you can see, there's also the add cuts, what I'm using, and most of the plugins what I'm using are in there. So how to install plugins now? Just go to one of the forums, scroll to the ground of the first topic where the attached file is. Download the zip and save it on your PC. Unzip it and you will have something like this. If you have only a CS, you have to insert it in your directory of Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4 or Battlefield Hardline. I will show you that. Some plugins have more files like this. So you have an inc file and also some directories in it. You will see on your server, if you connect to it, I show you how to connect to it. Just open the FileZilla and enter the data which you can find on the dashboard of your provider. How to connect to FTP, Procon FTP. On gPortal, just click at Procon and then at FTP. There you can find the data how to connect. Then you connect with this data to your server and you can find the directory plugins. In this directory you see the same as you have seen here. So just move the inc in this directory and move Battlefield 3. I will show you that moment. So you just put the inc into there. Then you go into your game directory, whatever you have installed, and put the same directory in there. And that was it. Then you have only to restart your Procon on the dashboard of your provider. Restart, and it will appear in this list where I already installed it. There is an issue with the FileZilla by installing the latency manager. Always, if you put the files of the latency manager with the FileZilla on the server, it will not work to install. I fixed that by using the Smart FTP client of a 30-day gratis free version. With that, it is working. Now we have installed the Procon plugins we need. How to configure them? That's easy if you know how. All the plugins are different to configure, but just click at details and they tell you how it is. At plugin settings, you can change everything. At latency manager, ping limit, the message which will shown if there is shown a message, and so on. Everything you need to know about the plugin himself you will find at details. I've made a little list of all the plugins I'm using and why I am using it. Just take a look at this. You can also see at the forum the plugins on the top are the most used plugins, and that's also the plugins I'm using, because it's mostly the plugins which are working very well. You can also change your server configuration with your Procon layer. You can change your server name, you can change the description and also the whole server configuration. But if you change it here in Procon, it will be reset on your normal configuration after you have restarted the server. Normally, you should restart your server automatically each day. I have this not at the moment, so you can do this. Just put an auto restart. Most of the providers can do this automatically, and the server will restart automatically each day. But each time it will restart, it will load the configuration you have set here or in the configuration of the startup. So if you change something in the Procon layer, it's only for short if you need to do a match or something else. After a restart it will be gone. So how to administrate your server? You have multiple options. You can use, like me, an advanced plugin like AdCats, which needs a MySQL server, and if you want that admin CP, needs also a PHP subsite, so you need a server with a server for yourself. If you don't want that, if you don't have that, you can also use the in-game admin. The in-game admin is a plugin which is mostly pre-installed, and with this you can kick, move, force move, nuke and so on, but you have to be listed at the accounts list of Procon himself. If you make an account there, the username of the account has to be the exact name of your in-game soldier. So if your in-game soldier has a big N in his name, you have to write a big N there. If you write a small n, it will not work if you write commands in-game. To make commands, you have to have this two privileges. So the killing, kicking, temporary, permanent banning. These two things are the things your admin will need to administrate your server with in-game commands. I will show you that small. So I go in-game on my server and I write kill nocturne first. So it's killing me. That's the in-game admin. The same thing I can also do there if I kill me, but for that I need the access to the Procon layer. To give someone access to the Procon layer, you need to allow the remote console access to the layer. But don't give him more, don't give him access to the plugins, because you can change the plugin settings after that. The plugin settings and the manage accounts are only for your leaders or for you himself. You can also give your admins the access to edit the ban list if you trust them, so they can delete the bans. Now I want to show you a little bit of the admin CP. It's very hard to install, but if you have it, it's very cool. That's because it has some options the Procon layer cannot give you. Because it's linked with an MySQL database, everything the soldiers are doing on the server is saved. So if I search from a soldier name, I find two different soldiers. I go for Battlefield 3 now. I can find my EA guide, my PB guide, and with this, guides are also linked to my admin access. So if I change my name, my admin access will not disappear like in Procon. If you change your name and have only the in-game admin, you won't have admin access anymore. I can also see if I'm banned. I have banned me for a test, So I can modify the ban, I can write reasons and things for the other admins to see. There is also an infraction system for punishment system. There I can see also which comments I have issued on the server, which IPs I had, how much kill I have, how much headshots I have, how much time I played on each server, and what comments I issued on the server, when did I that, and the chat log of myself. There is also a whole chat log where I can see everything. There is a live scoreboard where I can see the server himself and his chat, where I also can issue comments and pre-selected messages. I have a server statistics. I have a leaderboard. It's very cool, and I can also add admins very easily. They only have to register on this website, and I can add roles and users how I want. Give the roles access to different admin commands, to different things. It's very cool to administrate with the BAMadmin CP, or it's not from me, it's made from another coder, but it's very cool, and you can use it for yourself if you have a virtual server to run the PHP side and the MySQL server on it. So now you know how to administrate your server. Next thing you have to do is to enable streams to anti-cheat sites, because you don't want to have cheaters on your server. There are different cheat sites you can use. The best one is, what I think, GGC and pbsv. There you can easily make accounts and add your server. After you added your server, you will get instructions what you have to do. There you will get easily this stuff, and you have to add this on this file. After saving and restarting your Procon layer, it will work. If it's not working, try to add this at your Procon layer. So you copy and paste this command, open your Procon layer, go to the console, go to the Punkbuster console, and issue these 3 commands. It just show you if everything is working right. It will list you at the end that you're linked to your PB hub and to your GGC. You can also link your PB screens account to send all your screenshots of the server to PB screens and make it public, so everyone can search for hackers on your server. The next thing you can do is to link your server to Metabonds. There you can follow other clans and also BAMgaming to follow their banned hackers or their banned rule breakers, whatever you want. You can also change in the settings that you're only following keywords, so you're only following cheating bans or something else, because you don't want every ban on your server. But please, if you use Metabonds, keep in mind there are much dickheads who ban everyone they want, so do not follow everything. I have much followers, but I do not follow much, because there are not much clans with my ideology, with really ban only 100% cheaters, hackers, and rule breakers also, if they really rule break often. But there are much clans which ban better players, and I don't like that. So keep that in mind and don't follow everyone. If the stream is working at pbsv, if it's showing there 3 seconds ago, at GGC you will have your 3 points there. You maybe have to click once there to get this listed, or my servers, and then you get this listed. And then you see if everything is green, and if it's streaming the last seconds ago, then it's working. So the stream is working everywhere. Perfect. So after our streams are working, I want to show you some other options you can use if you don't want to use Procon. There is AirConnect, so you get some pre-configured plugins which are working, but there are not really much options you can add there. So you cannot add your own plugins or something. That's very bad. The same with BFAircon. It was free. I don't know if it's free at the moment. I don't think not. So both of them cost something like Procon 2. But I think at least Procon is the best thing if you are using it with AdCats. It is, like I write here, the best plugin to control your server. If you have the admin control center, also it's the best thing you can have. So I didn't find any better for a public server. The next thing is the Warcon. So if you want to make a B-Flag server, a train server, a war server like I have, for your clan to train or to make wars, you can use the Warcon. Next point is how to populate your new public server. It is there now, but it is very hard to populate a server. The best way is to sit on the server and play on it. If someone is joining, talk with him, tell him that the server is new and that you need regular servers. Talking with players helps very much. Also, you need admins to keep your servers free of hackers and rule breakers. So try to talk with the guys if they want to get admin rights. It's always good to have a website. If you don't have one, you can use BAMgaming. Just make a group there for your clan and you can use it. At least we talk about how to identify possible hackers. So you have all the streams, but there will be hackers on your server with the streams. So there are always hackers who hack other accounts or make new accounts, and they won't be banned, so you need to ban them. There are a few ways I've written down there, but please don't ban better players just because they kill you all the time. Please only ban them if you are sure that they are hacking. If you need help with guys, I can help you there. We have a forum in BAMgaming where every admin of a server can get access. You don't need to be member of BAM, of the clan BAM himself. You only need to be registered at bamgaming.net and tell me that you are admin. Show me that you are admin on any server and I will give you access to this forum. There you can discuss with us about anything like that. You can discuss with us about hackers, about rule breakers, about everything an admin needs to know. Thanks for watching my tutorial. I hope I could help you to make a new Battlefield server. If you need further help, just register at bamgaming.net and write me. I'm Noctem. Yeah, that's it. See you at BAMgaming.